Hello, welcome, welcome. So today we're doing live readings. We've got today, you guys, today is the new moon in Cancer. And Cancer rules the fourth house. Cancer is water. So nurturing, cleansing, purifying emotions. It is ruled by the moon. Oh, lovely Luna in Cancer are connected. Cancer is also connected to the crown chakra. And the fourth house is the house that Cancer rules. Your Cancer may, in your zodiac, your personal zodiac chart, your Cancer may be in a different house. So check that out. And also check out what is in your fourth house to kind of understand where your emotion is really strong right now. Like for me, my Cancer is in my 11th house. Which is friends, goals, aspirations, contributing to the outer world. So my fourth house is a Sagittarius, so fire. But the fourth house is the house of home, roots, like where you come from, like where your ancestral roots. It is your inner security, your own, like this is my body, my home. So emotions, being emotional. So if you want a card reading, let's get that. If you want a card reading, comment in the chat that you want a card reading with your name, please. You have to comment your name or I cannot do a reading because I do need to have a name to tune into. So today is the day. How was everybody's weekend? Was your weekend emotional? Dark moons, new moons, subconscious. It's that darkness. It's new beginning. It is the unconscious. I had a dream this weekend. A white owl came to visit me in my dream this weekend. And it was really beautiful. It was a huge white owl. It was massive. And it flew into my house. It's interesting because Cancer rules the fourth house, and that's the house of your home. It's the house of your house, your home house. So this and I was in between like a wall and the table, and there was a wall behind me. So I was like, okay, we're cool, we're friends. And it swooped off of what it was on, and it swooped right towards me. So I like laid down on the earth with my left knee up, and I was like, and it landed on my knee and looked at me, and then it flew out, and I was like, wow. So, and owls represent unconscious, subconscious, nighttime, dark. So really dealing with some deep emotions. So we're doing card readings. If you guys want a card reading, then comment your name that you want a card reading. I'm going to pull spirit animal. General reading for everyone. So here we go. What spirit animal is our guide for this new moon in Cancer energy for the collective, for all who are here, for all who are watching live, for anybody who watches the replay? What is the spirit animal guide that we need for the highest good of all during this new moon in Cancer? Okay. Swan spirit, time for a deep dive. Okay. And I did pull it upside down, which means it is the protection message. But let me show you. Hey, Melissa. Okay, you're next. You're up next, girl. So Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive. But I pulled it upside down, so I want you guys to look at it upside down as I read the protection message to see what shows up for you. Just take a couple of deep breaths. Oh, anchor in. Oh, a couple of breaths. Maybe centering yourself in a circle of light, of safety. And within that light, that circle, calling in any guides, guardians, angels, and ancestors that would like to assist you in receiving the messages of your higher self today. Opening our minds, our eyes, our ears, our mouths, our hearts to receive what it is we need to receive for the highest good of ourselves and all that are involved as we usher in this new golden age, this new earth paradigm where we choose to learn through exploration, play, expansion, and let go of the old paradigms of pain and suffering. And addiction, our addiction to that pain and suffering. We're stepping into this new paradigm. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done by the power of three, the Holy Trinity, body, mind, spirit. It is done. Okay. All right. Swan Spirit. Don't talk yourself into diving deep into something just because you see the potential of things instead of what they really are now. The necessary work and patience involved may not be the best use of your energy. Have you seen the potential in someone and think that if you love and support them, they will become the person who knows you love them beyond all others? Ooh. Have you stepped into an opportunity that you know feels good, too good to be true, and might not turn out the way you hope? Now is not a time for selective, limited perception that can lead to misjudgment. Instead, this is a time for going deep and being honest about what you find as you explore the depths. Have no fear. Whatever you find below will help you love and understand yourself and others and make better choices. Can you sense Swan Spirit calling you to dive deep and resurface to choosing again? Oh. Okay, I'm going to leave this one out. I feel like this needs to be like putting a little altar space up here on the computer. Because Cancer is water. And we pull this beautiful water spirit animal that's telling you to dive deep, not stay on the surface. And yeah, let's see what shows up the rest of the day. Let's see what shows up the rest of the time. All right, Melissa, you're my friend. Do you have a specific question about this new moon energy, or would you like a general reading? So go ahead and type that in the comments. Oh, thank you, Graceful Swan. Isn't it beautiful? I did get some swan feathers that I've got a commissioned feather tapper to make. So I'm excited to make a feather tapper with these swan feathers. And so swan's showing up. It's like, okay, maybe it's time to make that now. So, and if you're here and you would like a reading, comment your name and any questions. You can ask a yes, no question. You can ask a relationship question, like my relationship with money, my relationship with my parents, my relationship with my health, my relationship with my gifts, etc. So ask your question and I will pull a card for you. Okay, Melissa, how can I most efficiently use my energy during this new moon? Okay, Melissa, you get an archetype. What does Melissa need to know? What archetype does Melissa need to help her most efficiently use this energy, her energy, my energy, during the new moon? For the highest good of all involved. We got Alethea. Okay. This is one of the last ones in the book here. Alethea. So there's some yin yang action happening, light and dark, above, below, squares, pyramids, rays of light, truth. Alethea means truth. Our soul recognizes the truth. When someone speaks it, a cool wave of relief washes over the room, and all the facts and figures in the world fall by the wayside. Such is the power of Alethea. It has an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rational. We can also recognize Alethea by its contagiousness. When we hear someone speak the truth, we see the truth within ourselves and are more likely to tell our own story. Oh, I love that so, so much. Truth is contagious. And when we own our own story, when we own where we are, it helps other people feel that permission energy to own who and where they are. The Alethea card requires us to step toward an act of truth. This might look like a conversation, a gesture, a poetic act, or a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's been concealed. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy. There it is, girl. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy, health, and sense of belonging in this world. Truth has its own wings. Set it free. Let's see. It is said that the resonance of our voice changes when we speak a falsity. In this light, practice seeing truth as a vibration. Picasso said, "We all know that art is not truth. Art is a lie that makes us realize truth, at least the truth that is given to us to understand." Okay, so energy in this new moon, what is this truth that is ready to be uncovered? What is this truth that you are ready to own and step into? What is this truth of who you are? This is how it's in the book, the card. I was holding it this way, but it's kind of one of those things that can be turned all the different directions. What is that? A spark in you. What truth is ready to be uncovered, unveiled, embraced, accepted, loved? It is one of the most beautiful things when I love how it says, like the truth washes over you like a relief, and it's contagious. When you hear someone else speak the truth, we see the truth within ourselves and are more likely to tell our own story. It's just this is one of those things that people have always been like, oh man, you're so vulnerable and open about your life. And it's like, well, yeah, because I lived in hiding for so long, pretending, putting on these masks, these carefully constructed walls of perfection. And I have to look this way, and I have to act this way, and I have to come across this way. And it's like, done with that. And when I freed myself from that, it was like, oh, relief. Everywhere I go, I don't have to try to think. I don't have to try to, please, perfect, or perform. I just get to play. I literally just get to play and be me. And whenever I do that, it's giving permission for everybody else around me to do the same. Listen, I know I'm crazy. I know I'm wild. I know I am goofy and silly and whatever. But when I am in that, it gives everybody else permission to be like, oh, well, if that crazy lady can do that, then why can't I do what I want? Like, for reals. So, Melissa, what is it? What truth are you ready to own? What truth are you ready to claim and share and express? Let us help share and support you in that. This diving deep, the swan that wants us to dive deep, not play in the surface, not think not do what we think is what's going to be the best, but like really truly listening. What did it say here? Don't talk yourself into diving deep into something just because you see the potential of things instead of what they really are now. See the potential in someone. Have you seen the potential in someone and think that if you love and support them, they will become the person who knows you love them beyond all others? Yeah. Hi, Lindsay. Would you like a reading? If you would, just comment your question or what you would like to, what you need from your reading, what intention you have for your reading. Now is not the time. Now is not the time for selective, limited perception that can lead to misjudgment. Instead, it is time for going deep and being honest. There's that truth again about what you find as you explore the depths. And in Cancer, that emotional center, watery emotional center, explore the depths of our emotions, explore the depths of our unconscious, explore the depths of, we're in the fourth house, our connection to our home, our safety, our parents, our roots, where we come from. If you'd like if you would like a new moon reading, just comment your name and your question. What would you like to know with your reading? And you can just say general question. That's allowed as well. But I'm doing card readings, so just comment your name and what your question is for your card reading. Lindsay, do you have a specific question? I'm typing it up. Here we go. General, what do I need in this Cancer new moon? Okay. I love it. This deck, you guys, got lost for a very long time. And we just, and I say we, because my daughter likes to steal it a lot. So we found it. Okay, what does Lindsay need to know? And this Cancer new moon for her highest good and the highest good of all involved. What does Lindsay need to know? The hold. The hold. Number 32. Okay. Look at the card. What do you see? It looks to me a lot like your heart chakra wrapping itself around you in an embrace as you release some emotions. Hold. Let's see what it says. Sometimes we are sad and we don't know why. Cancer moon, anybody? Like a dark cloud came over you and won't give up following you around. It might be that the best way to rid yourself of this gloomy grump is to truly bond with it. Instead of resisting it and trying to fix it and figure out what's wrong with you and just bond with it. Feel your feelings deeply. It might be you have a fear of showing your more moody sides to the people in your life. It's also possible that these feelings have come about as a way of weeding out people who no longer serve you. If they cannot love your low moods, then they cannot possibly see the true brightness of your shining joy. I love that. And are these people, the fear of showing your moody sides, the people in your life, is it yourself? Are you afraid of your own emotions? You're afraid that they're going to take you over. And if I open up those floodgates, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if I will survive what's going to come out of me. And I just love the imagery of this. And it's like, I just take your arms right now and just like wrap yourself in a hug. Even if this wasn't your card, you're watching now for a reason. So this message is also for you. Just wrap your arms around yourself and just like take a deep breath. Just like, it's okay. It's okay that we're human. It's okay that we have emotions that seem completely chaotic, that seem completely neurotic, that seem completely irrelevant. Like, why am I having this emotion right now? I don't get it. And it's like we don't have time to feel these things. Like, we think we're too big, too busy, too important to sit with ourselves and go, oh, okay, body, you're having this emotion. I don't have to know why. I don't have to figure out where it came from. Can I just sit with you and just be sad? Just allow, just hug. It's safe. It is safe to be human. It is safe to feel these emotions, especially during a Cancer moon. You guys, like, it's okay. It's okay to feel the feelings. And just wrap yourself in a little blanket, get yourself a little bit of popcorn, and just allow yourself to feel those emotions. Don't distract yourself from feeling emotions by feeling feeling F-I-L-L. Don't feel F-E-E-L, right? So when we get these emotions that are uncomfortable to us and we're like, I don't know how to handle this, I don't know what this is, we're like, okay, hold on, let me just look and see what everybody else is doing, or let me just mindlessly scroll, or let me put on a TV show, or let me just fill my face with food that I'm not even hungry, or any addiction, it can be social media, TV, food, right? Like, instead of giving ourselves permission to actually feel and like embody and experience this emotion that we're having, we just fill it. Let me just be busy. Let me just go all these places and do all these things. So I don't have time. I don't have time. No, sit your ass down. Feel the emotions, cry, scream, rage, laugh, whatever you need. Do that thing. This is the time. Cancer moon is the perfect time to just let those emotions that you've been holding in for how long, space to release. How was that, Lindsay? I was meditating, got mad at someone, and then it changed to gratitude towards them, and I got pissed. Why can't I just be a bitch for 1 second? I know. Gosh, damn it, just being enlightened beings. It's beautiful that you caught it that fast. Because emotions really only last 60 to 90 seconds. Like emotion, that's when you give yourself full permission to feel it, it will move through your body within a minute to a minute and a half. It's when we sit and stew and we contemplate and this shit spiral is what I call it. Like, it's like, and then this, and then that, and then this, and then remember, and it's always like that, and you never do that, and it just spirals, and then that emotion just expands and expands and expands. That's when those emotions end up in that like shitstorm and the wallowing and the pitying. But when we go, I'm so pissed, oh my God, and then it's like, okay, yep, you know what, actually, I'm really glad that happened. And I'm glad I'm done with it. I felt that anger, I moved through it, and now I can be grateful for the situation. Bam, bam, that fast. It really can happen like that. My daughter's hair is all over these cards. You guys. Okay. Let's see. Britta's next. So if you want a reading, type your name and your question for your reading that you would like. And it can just be a general reading. So Britta, regarding my move would be great. Okay. And then let's see. Mandy would love a reading about direction for career. Okay, you're next, Mandy. Lindsay says, that's good to know. Yeah. When you move through it, it's like it shifts that fast. That's like huge. Like, high five yourself for that. Okay, Britta. This move. What do you need to know about this move? Deep breaths. Moving is hard. Psychologically, moving is equivalent to losing a loved one in your life, because you lived in this house and you're moving into a completely different house in a completely different place, area, all the stuff that you knew where it was and the way it was is now all different. And psychologically, in your brain, it is like losing a loved one. And so give yourself permission to like mourn, the loss of that house, even though this new one is exciting. Like, we had so many beautiful memories here, and challenges and lessons learned, and like honor and grieve that process. It is a grieving process. Okay. What is Spirit? This is message postcards from Spirit deck, Britta. Okay. Let's see. On the front it says, with love. Oh, and it's a swan. You guys, I'm not shitting you. We got 2 swan energies today so far. I mean, this one was upside down. It was a protection message, but this is our double swan. Britta, you'll have to, there's a Qigong swan move, isn't there? You'll have to let us all know what that is. Okay, Britta, dearest you, do you know how much we love you and want to help you? We are here for you, and we hear you ask for guidance, but you must let go and let us help you. All right, everybody that's on here right now, just give me a little like thumbs up, comment, like, yeah, if you have a hard time asking for help. How many of us feel like I can do it? I don't need help because I can do it, and I don't want to burden anybody else. I got this. How many of you feel like asking for help is one of the hardest things in the world? Because yes, that is me too. I'm working through that. You don't have to do it all. You've done your part. Now let us do ours. You would be awestruck if you knew how many strings were pulled through the matrix to give you what you need and desire. Spirit has a plan, and when you sign up to be a co-creator, you need to remember to allow the partnership. Co-creator, right? We didn't come on this planet with 7 billion other people to figure all this shit out on our own. Like, literally. I don't know why we have this complex that we feel like we have to do everything by ourselves. Like, I did it. It was me. It was all me. No, we came here to be co-creators, not only with our own spirit, right? Because we're these dual beings. We have a physical body and we have a spirit. Well, our spirit needs our physical body just as much as we need the spirit for guidance and inspiration. Like, it is this beautiful union that neither could really work very well on their own. Like, spirit, like, literally cannot pick up this coffee and drink it. Spirit cannot flip through the card deck and move it by itself. It needs this physical form. And I need spirit to help guide me in the way that is for my highest good, not what my ego thinks is right. Because that sucks sometimes. And it can be really painful. Spirit has a plan. And when you sign up to be co-creator, you need to remember to allow the partnership. It's not one-sided. Your desires and plans meet up with those of spirit because you were divinely created. You chose this body because you knew that your spirit would be able to fulfill all of its desires in this physical form. So your spirit wants all the things that you want because you are united with your spirit. It's like same. Remember though, spirit's timetable and ideas of how things will play out may be quite different from yours. And that's where we got to lean into this faith and trust and surrender and keep holding to that desired goal, that desired dream, while letting go of the outcome, right? This or something better. Because sometimes our human body has a hard time. Let's see if I can explain this. We have our spirit self and we have our physical self. And our spirit self has all of these dreams and hopes and goals that it wanted to manifest and explore on this physical planet. So incarnated into this body. But this body has a human brain that has its own consciousness, its own thoughts sometimes. And so when we're thinking we want something, we think, oh, that is the thing that I think is going to make me feel the way that I want to feel, right? But it's more of a vibration. And spirit's like, yeah, cool. The vibration matches. It's not necessarily going to turn out that way. Like if it's a specific car, right? The spirit goes like your human body and your human self is like, I want this thing because that thing, when I look at that thing and I think of myself having it, I feel a certain way. There's a vibration that I have. It feels really, really good. And I think having that thing is going to make me feel this way all the time. And spirit goes, Well, it's not that thing, but it is the feeling. So we're going to go for it. Yes, yes. And just let go of the outcome, let go of the expected outcome, and be open to the universe surprising you and exactly how that vibration is going to bring you to that exact thing you need. May not be the car. And don't get hung up on it. Remember, though, Spirit's timetable and ideas of how things will play out may be quite different from yours. Trust us. Spirit's ideas are amazing and unlimited and infinite. Now let go and let us do the magic. Pay attention to other areas of your life, and before you know it, a miracle will have taken place. Good morning, Roxy. Welcome, welcome. I got some like laughing tears. Always struggled with asking for help. Oh, yes, you guys. And got some thumbs up. That's the ego. That's the ego being afraid of being deemed irrelevant, right? Well, if I ask for help, then that means I'm weak and I'm horrible and I'm bad and I can't do it and blah, 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 blah. Lies. We were meant to come here to help each other. That is just plain facts. So how is that for you, Britta? Okay. So Mindy would love a reading about direction for career going forward. Been feeling pulled in different directions, making me feel a bit ungrounded. Okay. How many different choices do you feel you have for your career moving forward, Mindy? I'm going to teach you guys something that this is how I get clarity when I'm a little unclear and I have like 3 or 4, two or more ideas of what I should be doing. And it's like, and I can see how both could be good. I can see how both could like maybe not be so good. It's like, how do I pick? How do I choose which one? And I'm not getting clear. What I like to do is I will take pieces of paper and I will write all my options on the pieces of paper. So 1, 2, 3. And then if there's only 3 options, then I always do a 4th one that says, or something better, like that I don't know yet, right? There's another possibility I don't know yet. And then I'll rip them and I'll crumple them up and I'll shake them up and lay them out. And then I'll touch one and go, okay, what do I need to know about this? And pull a card. And then this, and then this, and then this, and pull cards. And then I'll flip the card over and unfold the thing. And then read the card. And I don't ever like, it never gives me the answer. It just gives me more insight into things I maybe hadn't thought of. And usually it gives me a lot of clarity. And it seems pretty evident after that, what decision is best for me. So that's one of my favorite ways to make a decision on something when I'm struggling. So let's see here. 3+. Okay. So I'm going to do just a general overall, what you need to know to get So I'm going to do a reading of what you need to do to get grounded so that you can feel a little more clear, and then maybe take some time to go do that reading with yourself, especially if there's 3 or more. So, okay. We got Mindy feeling grounded and making decisions. Okay. There's an archetype that wants to come forward for Mindy as she's going through these career decisions. What archetype does she need to help her feel grounded to make this decision? For her highest good and the highest good of all involved. Oh, and I'm also feeling like this. Before I pull this card, actually, I feel like I'm supposed to ask this question. If you knew there was like literally no right or wrong, that you could not fuck it up, what does your heart really want? Like letting go of all expected, what you think the outcomes are going to be, how you think other people around you are going to react. letting go of everybody else's opinions, ideas, letting go of any future beliefs and thoughts. Right here, right now, what does your heart want? You couldn't, literally, you could not fuck it up. You cannot mess up. You cannot screw up your life path with this choice. Right now, what would you do? Okay. The gem. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Right there. The gem. The diamond, the gold, the inner treasure. There are infinite names for the gem. It is also known as the jewel, the star, the talent, the gift, the gold. One thing for certain is that it is found deep within a substance that is very much unlike it. For example, a diamond in the rough. The gem always stands in contrast to its surroundings. You can't find it when you are among comforts and pleasantries. Precious stones develop slowly, deep in the earth, amid pressure and darkness. Discovering the gem requires a descent beneath the surface, where there is no definitive map. You don't know where you're going. You're not supposed to. Yet the longing to touch the true gem within us is so strong that we cannot help but seek out its radiance. Your gem, like your destiny, is unlike any other in the entire world. Keep digging. When light, the gem is unique, shining, generative, irreplaceable. When dark, the gem represents envy, greed, and grasping. Ooh, go deeper. This card wants you to go deeper and check out the legend of the crystal skulls. In mythology, the diamond is often linked to the daemon, or inner light, that leads us towards our true self, our purpose, our destiny. The moments of your life that glimmer are clues to where the gem resides. Don't covet the sparkling diamond of another. The gem is like a fingerprint, never to be repeated again. Find yours. And so, I mean, this just goes exactly to that, like, when you let go of all outside potential outcomes, expectations, responsibilities, what is your heart saying? What is that thing that you really, truly want? That is your gem. That is your own personal diamond. And you're not going to find it by trying to logic and making pro and cons lists, because that's all up here. Your heart wants to guide you. And your heart is very rarely going to make sense. It's very rarely going to make logical sense to your brain. Your brain is going to actually probably be like, what the fuck? This doesn't make any sense. No, why would you do that? Ah! It's going to totally freak out. That's okay. We just listen to it. And the heart is also only going to give you one step at a time. It's not going to lay out the whole path. It's not. It's just going to give you, do this thing. Make this choice. Say this thing. Go here. Sit with this. It's only going to do one thing at a time. It's not going to lay it all out for you. So this whole like concept of pros and cons, potential future pros and cons, no less, or where this path may take me, it's all a waste of time, basically, because your heart's like, hey, right here, I got you. This step, just do this step, which is so freeing. We don't have to figure it all out. We just got to show up right now and go, okay, what am I doing right now? Higher self, spirit, where do you want? Right here? Okay, cool. Oh, wow, that was cool. I didn't know. What? Now where are we going? Oh, over here. What? This is amazing. And the universe just keeps showing up for you. And it creates this like a radical experiment in trusting and surrendering and faith that everything's going to work out for you. So I've got time for one more reading. If anybody wants a reading, a card. Let's see. How did that feel for you, Mindy? Any questions about that? Any clarifications? Got time for one more reading if anybody would like one. It's exactly how I love my life, but sometimes I start to panic with zero direction. Well, because you are always at the zero still point right here in your heart, right? Your heart is always at the zero still point. It's that heart womb of no thing where everything is possible, right? Because when there's nothing, the potential for everything is there. So it's in this heart womb space that is that zero still point that everything emanates from. So when you move from that space, it's just magic and miracles unfold. I know I always mistype love and live, but I think it's always a fun Freudian slip. I'm like, oh, look at me. So happy to love my life, love my living life. Let's see, Facebook user, will you please comment your name? Ooh, I'll snag one, please. And thank you. I don't know who you are. It does not tell me your name. So comment your name and what reading would you like? Would you like if a specific question, like Mindy had one about career, someone had one about the move. We just had a general, what do I need to know with this moon energy reading? So name and what you would like your reading intention to be. And for those of you who were on earlier, the collective card was the Swan Spirit. Take a deep dive. We did pull it upside down. So it's the protection message of not getting caught up in potential possibilities, really being clear with what is now and deep diving into your own emotions to discover the truth. Like really, this is all about truth, discovering your truth, your emotion. What are your emotions really trying to teach you? Okay, it's Roxy. Just a general, what do I need to know right now, please? Okay. Let's do it. All right. What does Roxy need to know right now for her highest good and the highest good of all? And if you're all on here, whoever's listening to these, even though this isn't your card, that last one wasn't your card, you're here. So there was a message in it for you. This is one of those things where like, we're not alone. We're not here alone. Everything is not, it's like everything is for all of us all the time. It really is. So the universe is always trying to speak to you through all these different avenues. So if you showed up on this and you didn't get your own card reading, but you listened to someone else's, and comment and let me know if you found wisdom in somebody else's reading, even though you didn't ask your specific question. It wasn't me reading directly to you. How many of you found wisdom in any of these readings? Okay, Roxy. Here we go. Right there. Death of the deceitful. Did you freak out for a second with death? Death of the deceitful. Number 76. All right, this is the card. Some really interesting imagery happening there. It looks to me like her mask has fallen off. Like this is her mask that has fallen off as she's got light beaming out of her third eye that's really be able to see the truth, her heart bursting with energy. It looks like there's some tears coming. I think those are tears coming from the skulls, like shedding those emotions, but she's holding them up and she's smiling like, this is who I am. These are some of the shit skeletons that are in my closet. But now that they're here, they can't hurt me anymore because I see them. They're not going to jump out and bite me in the butt when I'm not ready because I got them right here. I don't know. Let's see what the card says. That's what it looks like to me, the imagery. We fear death. We fear death of relationships, death of our habits and our patterns. This card is calling upon you to pick up the scythe and cut down those things in your life that are not true. Man, we are really having a truth theme today. Truth, like understanding the truth and surrendering to that. Lay your past self to rest. Don't be afraid of burning bridges you never want to cross again. Spread fire to the things that need to be turned to ashes. Cremate the skeletons in your closet. If people think you're being heartless, intense, ruthless, maybe you are, but you need to be. Death will always bring new life, new growth. So tear down walls without a second thought to what will be built in its place. Be relentless in your path of destruction. It is a necessary death. Look how happy she is. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, ego deaths are so fun. Last night, I was talking with a friend about, I'm like, ego death is really such a horrible phrase. Like just the name itself is like, I don't want that. I don't want that. And it's not like we need to kill off or die parts of ourselves, right? It becomes that, that card that Lindsay got, right? The hugging ourselves, this this part of us that that we've pretended we don't have anymore because we put on masks to pretend we were something we weren't because we thought that other people would like us better or whatever. I don't know, right? All these weird reasons we're afraid of: rejection, shame, judgment, criticism, whatever. And it's we don't want to this death and destruction doesn't always have to be hard. It can be this this fire of compassion, this fire of purpose, this fire of drive that just naturally burns away those old ways that don't serve us anymore, right? The refiner's fire is what's coming to me. Silversmiths. The silversmith puts the silver in the fire. And do you know how the silversmith knows when the silver is purified? When it's okay, I can take it out of the fire now. When the silversmith can see their own reflection in the silver. There's no more impurities in the silver. It can see itself in the silver. That's how it knows that the silver is now pure. This purification fire. And it doesn't always have to hurt. It doesn't have to be a painful process. It can be this, I am so excited about moving this direction towards this goal, this dream. These habits don't serve that anymore. So with all the love and desire and passion and hot, excited, oh, Roxy, I've got all of these. Roxy's a relationship coach. Sexy time stuff. And I'm burning hot with passion and desire. Oh, getting turned on with your life. These old things don't serve anymore. We're going to burn them away with that fire of passion for this new thing. And just oh, you know what? You served me in that old life, but you're not going to make it over here. So I'm going to use this fire and passion, this hot desire that's turning me on for this thing to just slowly refine these old parts of me into this new part. A release of the mask and embrace of the authentic. Liberating. So good. So good. I just love how joyful she looks too. Because I have definitely had ego deaths where I have been so ecstatic. I've also had more ego deaths that were oh my, why is this so fucking hard? But I'm practicing right now. I'm okay, all right, body, all right, brain, let's stop learning through pain and suffering. That's the old paradigm. The new paradigm, the new earth, the new world that I want to live in is a world that we learn from experience. We learn from play. We learn from curiosity. We learn from joyful connections. Not pain and suffering. I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm going to call in that I get to learn through joy and excitement and passion and play and purpose, and letting go of the fact that it has to be painful. I mean, there's even an orgasmic birth movement, you guys. This is for reals, where people learn, women that are pregnant, getting ready to birth babies, learn and practice ways to turn their pain, the painful contractions, into orgasmic contractions. And it works. They literally can do it. And And like one of my favorite things to say is anxiety and excitement have the exact same physiological response in the body. They send and trigger the exact same physiological response in the body. The heart starts to speed up, the tummy starts to flip, we get a little bit of hot, we kind of have all of this like antsy energy. The only difference between anxiety and excitement is the thoughts you're telling yourself in your brain. The anxiety, I am fearful, I don't know what's going to happen, and I don't trust. It's really saying I don't trust myself. Oh, does that hurt? That one, that just came like, anxiety is really going I don't trust the universe. I don't trust source. I don't trust spirit. I don't trust my higher self to put me in a situation that is for my benefit. So I'm going to feel anxious and nervous and fearful of what's happening. Oh, man, that really sinks. That hits. Whereas excitement goes, oh my God, what's going to happen? I don't know, universe. How are you going to surprise me? Oh, I'm ready. Okay. Let's go. That is trusting the universe has got your back. That is trusting that source and spirit are guiding you to exactly where you're supposed to go. This is not trusting. This is trying to control, force an outcome that is not meant for you. That's why it hurts. It hurts. It's because it's truth. It is not who you are, because who you are is loving, abundant, prosperous, whole, perfect, unique, loving. That is who you are. And when you're not trusting that, yeah, of course you're going to be fearful, because it has to look this, and this way for me to be loved and accepted and trusted. That's up here. I am loving, abundant. I am source energy. Of course, universe is going to like just unfold perfectly for me, for my highest good. Trust, faith, surrender. Truth. This is the truth. Also, anxiety is a lie. You are lying to yourself. It is an illusion because you think it should be a different way than it is. So you are delusional, literally, when you're feeling anxiety. And just like all the love in the world, you guys, this is a practice in being human and spirit, that duality, right? Because the human part wants to freak out and wants to control and wants it to be a certain way. But the spirit's like, come on, trust me, you guys, I got this. And May Gaskin's book about joyful birth is amazing. Check out Birth Story. It helped me so much when I had my son. Ooh, I love that. See, Lindsay said, I said something like that to my mom the other day. Anxiety is the opposite of excitement and how I choose excitement. I think I blew her mind. It is so fun. One of my favorite stories that like is a literal a perfect example of this anxiety and excitement. We were in Tulum, heading to the airport, and in a car with a whole bunch of other people that all had different times to get to the airport. And if you guys have ever driven in Mexico, it's just crazy. It is nutso. And there was like all of this traffic, and you could just feel the anxiety in the car building. Like, are we going to get there in time? Am I going to miss my flight? And if I miss my flight, then what am I going to do? And people are totally future tripping, freaking out about a future potential that may not ever happen. And one of them looks over at Jerry and I, and they're like, why are you guys so calm? Like, how are you not freaking out? And we told them this concept. Well, anxiety and excitement are the same exact thing. The only difference is the story you tell about yourself. And right now, the story that Jerry and I were telling was, all right, universe, how are you going to open this up and get us to the airport on time? Like, open up the roads, open up security, open up bag checking claims, whatever. How are you going to support us in this process? Or maybe we will miss our flight. There's going to be a nugget, someone that we're going to sit next to or be with or what. Like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm trusting the universe has got me. I'm really trusting the universe has got me, and I'm excited to see how it's going to play out. What's next? It's like, get that popcorn. Oh, you guys, this is good. Are you watching? This is amazing. What's that? What's happening next? Being so excited. And they were like super excited about that. And for us, we got there right on time. We got right through security, right through bag check, right up to the gate. And I fly standby because my daughter works for Delta. And so I'm never guaranteed a seat. And you could tell the flight attendant, the people working the front desk were like, and I just get up there and I smile like, hey, how are you guys doing? You having a great day? It's beautiful. And they're kind of looking at me and I'm making some jokes and we're starting to they're relaxing a little bit. Like, hey, I just need to check in and see, what's my status right now? And they're like, oh, it doesn't look good. I'm like, that's okay. I just trust the universe will take care of me. There's a seat for me. There's always a seat for me on the plane. And they're just looking at me like, okay. They're like, all right, well, we'll call your name when we know for sure. So I just go sit down and I'm just having a grand old time. And they call me up and they're like, there's a seat for you. And I was like, I knew it. And I got home just right on time. So, so amazing. So amazing when you get to play with universe like this. And I'm not always perfect like this, you guys. I'm not perfect like this. That example was a really beautiful example that I have to also remind myself many times when I'm in and I think I know how it's supposed to go. It's like, oh, remember? No, we're just going to be surprised by the universe. Let this universe surprise you. It may be better than you had ever imagined. Usually is. Let's see. Okay. All right. Well, that is all for today, friends. Just be gentle with yourself today on this new moon. Make sure you're drinking a lot of fluids and maybe take a moment to go outside. If you can get to a body of water, a river, a lake, an ocean. If you can get to an ocean, give it a kiss for me. Maybe get to a body of water and put your feet in it. And just watch the water. Watch how the water just naturally, this abundance of water just flows and flows and flows and flows and flows and flows and just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. And when water stops is when it stagnates, right? When it gets stuck and that's dwelling on emotions. When we dwell on emotion, we get stuck on an emotion. That's when we start to stagnate. But when we just allow it to flow, it just comes and it just goes. It goes. And then here comes another one and here comes another one. And this is just how life is. And so surrendering to that flow and trusting that when we surrender, kind of open up our hearts, right? Because in water, we're going to take a water analogy. Have you ever floated on water? If you float like this, all tight and tense, you're going to sink. You have to open everything up, especially your heart. And you have to take big, deep belly breaths, expanding. And then you'll float on the water. And then the water just kind of takes you wherever you need to go. And just trusting the water. And every once in a while you might want to look and course correct, okay, over here. But just this deep trust and trust that your higher self is never going to guide you wrong, ever, never. Your heart is never going to lead you to a bad thing. So if something bad has currently happened and you listen to your heart, it's because there is some kind of lesson that needed to happen there. It may be a karmic lesson. It may be the actual stepping block that's going to get you to that next place, that growth edge, right? Because growing sometimes requires a little bit of discomfort, right? When I want to grow my biceps, I have to lift heavier than my biceps can lift, or I can have to do it more times than my bicep thinks is possible to grow it. So in life, when we take that analogy, sometimes we have to do things that are a little uncomfortable. But if we can go, instead of frustration and irritation, take that passion, that fire of passion and purpose and desire and excitement for the possibilities, and notice all the emotions and allow them to just flow through you. And what else is possible, you guys? Let the universe surprise you. Yeah. Because if you can, that's true trust. That's true surrender. That is true faith. I'm going to really Jesus, take the will. Literally, higher self, I am giving up to you. I'm turning my life over because I've been making a mess thinking I know what the fuck I'm doing and where I'm going and how it's supposed to be. That was hell. It was hell. When I gave that up, my life literally just started taking these twists and turns and throwing people at me, like literally throwing people at me left and right and center that, oh, look at this, look at this, look at this relationship and check out this opportunity and look at this amazing thing. And it's just like, whoa, can I handle it? Absolutely you can, right? And then imposter syndrome kicks in and you got to deal with that because you're just like, who am I to have all of this? And it's like, who am I not to? What is my divine inheritance to be abundant? Why are we blocking ourselves from this pleasure, this joy, this passion, going after our goals? Why do we feel the need to punish ourselves? Why do we feel the need to be addicted to pain and suffering? You know why? Because that addiction to that pain and suffering gives you the same dopamine hit as going for something you want, fun and joyful. Gives you the same dopamine hit. Same physiological response. When we succumb to the fear, the pain, the unworthiness, the struggle, when, oh, poor pitiful me. And you guys, I was there on Sunday. I was there all morning long. Right? And it creates this beautiful dopamine hit. Just like you get to release all these emotions. And it's like, ooh, let me just sit in this. Let me just soak up feeling pitiful for myself, feeling sorry for myself, feeling, oh, it's Saturday. Oh, we love it. Our humanness loves it. So let's just take our human body and our human mind and go, oh yes, you poor thing. It must be so hard to be human sometimes. I see you. It's okay. Yep. Oh, yep. You just cry right there. You rage. I know it's so unfair. The injustices. As you look around your house and see all the beautiful abundance that surrounds you, you look outside and see all the beautiful abundance that surrounds you. The light is shining. Didn't care. Didn't ask how much money you had in your bank account today. It didn't care how much you weighed. It doesn't care what food you eat. It doesn't care what relationship status you have. The sun shines on you because it just wants to shine. Could you imagine the sun going, oh, I don't feel good enough today. I don't feel like I look good today. I better not show anybody myself. That'd be death. You are literally light incarnate. Shine, shine, shine. It is your time to shine. And I want you to claim this in the chat. So go, it is my time to shine. It is my time to shine. I'm listening to my heart. I'm trusting the universe is going to support and surprise me in ways I could never imagine. It is my time to shine. I'm ready to shine. It is my time to shine. Just comment, claim it. I want to see them. And if you want to be specific, it is my time to shine in my career. It is my time to shine in my family life. It is my time to shine in my physical health. It is my time to shine. It is my time to shine. Oh, the cute little stars. I want you to say it out loud. I want you to pound your chest. This beautiful, this thymus tap. Just get up and in there. Oh, it is my time to shine. It's my time to shine. Open up that heart and give yourself that permission to just blast the world with your light. It's my time to shine in all the things in all the ways, and take that light, that fire of the passion to refine those fears, those traumas, those rejections, and just love it. It's okay. Wrap it up. Just give it a little hug. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. Well, thank you all for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed these card readings. Wednesday, 6:30 at the studio. Come join us for breath work and sound healing, where the sound bowls literally shift your vibration of your physical being. Raise it up. And as the vibration in your physical cells raise up, it gets rid of viral programming, beliefs, systems, thought patterns, habits, as well as physical viral issues in your body that are lower vibration. It just vibrates it out. Just can't stand that high vibration. It just goes away. And then the supportive community and friends around you is always really amazing. So that's Wednesday nights, my class at the studio. And Yeah, if you're really struggling, if you're really deep in the emotions and you're like, I really don't know how to get out. I'm like, I feel like I'm drowning. I'm swamped. Or I feel like I'm just barely treading water. And you need a little boost. You need a little lifeguard. You need a little lift, a little direction. And you'd like a session, we can do sessions online or at the studio. So just reach out to me. And everybody have a beautiful day. Love yourself. Try to get outside in nature today. In water if you can. Even a bath, even a fountain, like any kind of water that you can get to today would be a really good day to just, and then imagine, oh, wow. Imagine that you are just washing away all the past, all the yuck. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Britta's going to need a massage once you get all moved in. And that is something you can ask for, asking for help and support there. Yeah. I am a walking sound bath. Ooh, I love that. Okay. I love you.